Hey there, welcome to Vastro Games. I'm your buddy Vastro. If you're here today, that means you're interested in my version of the Link Joker's Messiah, standard format, not premium. It's how I would like to run the deck. So, you know, there might be some discrepancies, some things that maybe you wouldn't run, but hear me out. This is what I like. Now, if you've got any changes that you personally would make, something you don't agree with, leave it down in the comments. I'm curious to see how other people run the deck. Let me know why you wouldn't run certain things or why you would run other. Happy to hear, you know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can help me improve my deck. So, yeah, don't hesitate. And don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. You know, it helps me out and it keeps you up to date with my videos. So, without any further ado, let's jump straight into the deck. So, for the deck we have starting Vanguard. Standard, you know. Every deck has one. They all do the same thing. There is a couple of different ones for Link Joker, so whatever one you want to use is completely up to you. I personally like the Neon Messiah. It's always been my favourite. It's just a pretty little nice dragon thing, so yeah. Not much to say there. Into the grade zeros, we have our 4 draw triggers. We are running the PG. Also, right now we have the critical Sentinel card as well, which you could play. I have tested both. I do personally prefer having the PG abilities, especially in certain Kagero matchups, you know, for the second or third restand. But it does work with the other Sentinel as well, so that will come down entirely to your own personal preference. So do as you will with that. That's them. Next we have 4. By the way, I'm going to probably absolutely slaughter some of the names of these cards, so bear with me. We have Axino Dragon. See, that wasn't so bad. We have for him 4 crits. Straightforward. We have 4 copies of Asteroid Wolf, which is another critical trigger. So we run 8 criticals. And our Lady Healer of the Torn World, which is our heal trigger. Again, nothing too much to explain there. So we run 8 crits, 4 heals, 4 draws. As I said, you could run the other Sentinel, which you would bump you up to 12 crits and 4 heals if you want to go that level of aggressive, which is perfectly acceptable. You know, that bit is a wee bit flexible. Do as you will with that. So, on to the grade 1s. We have Manipulator of the Void. Little grade 1. And what Manipulator of the Void does is, when it's attack it boosted hits a Vanguard, put a card from your hand on R is locked and draw a card. So, it's an easy way to get cards on the board while also drawing, get a little bit of card advantage. It is also one of the few ways in the deck to get out our big grade 4, which we'll get to when we get to it. So 4 of that, extra draw power, has no counter blast cost. That the only condition is it needs to either hit or attack that is boosting hits. Simple enough. Next we have Bending Solid Hit mana. Yeah, that guy. This guy. So what he does is, when it's unlocked, draw a card. This ability may only be used by a card with the same name once per turn. So again, you pull him out, you can use Heart to bring him out. There's a couple other ways in the deck to bring out cards that are locked, and once he's unlocked, draws your card. No point pulling out multiples of them, as he says, only cards with that name can only be done once per turn. So even if you pulled out 2 of them, unlocked both of them, you would only draw 1 card. But he's still really good. Extra draw power is always fantastic to have. And lastly, for our grade 1s, we have Lady Battler of the White Dwarf, which is the grade 3 searcher for Link Joker. It does have a first ability that says, during your turn, if there are a face down card in any player's bind zone or circle, they're using against 5k. So if there is a bound card or a locked card, it gains an extra 5k, putting up to a nice little 13k boost. And Obviously the grade 3 search ability, which is when placed from hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to reveal up to 1 grade 3 from among them and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, discard the card from your hand. It's the same across the board for most of the grade 3 searches that came out. Grade 1s, there's nothing really amazing there, you know, it's really standard. On to our grade 2s. We have Counter Skill Strike Gastro. I have no idea. This guy. So, what this guy does is, at the end of the battle that attacked a Vanguard, counterblast 1, put a card from your hand onto R locked and draw a card. Similar to the grade 1, except this doesn't require a hit to activate, it just needs to have attacked a Vanguard. But it does have a counterblast, whereas the previous one didn't actually have a cost, other than the fact that it had to hit. So, again, this draws you a card, extra draw power, always fantastic, gets you things on the board, and it's also a way to bring out the grade 4. So, 4 copies of this. Good card. Next is Lady Fencer of the Matter Transmission. This, I would personally say, is one of my favourite cards in the deck. This and the grade 4 are your big boy swingers for this deck. What she does is, when it attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Messiah in its card name, which all your grade 3s have Messiah in its card name, so that's fine. Gains plus 5k until the end of the battle. At the end of the battle, lock this unit. So it is swinging for 15 by itself, and when it finishes attacking, it locks itself. And obviously the main idea of this deck is your grade 3 unlocks your cards. Obviously when a card is unlocked, it's restood, which gets you extra attacks off. So swing, lock, unlock, swing again, it locks itself again. The second lock doesn't really matter too much, but it allows you to get multiple attacks off. You really want to have this or the grade 4 on your rear guards. And lastly, for our grade 2s, we have Remarkable Burst Monk. This little guy. What he does is, when it is unlocked, counterblast 1, reveal the top card of your deck, put it into your hand, and if it was a grade 3, then discard 2 cards from your hand and stand your Vanguard. This card is a personal choice. You could probably swap this for other things, but it's a very niche card. Means you can pull him out with your Messiah, unlock him. When he unlocks, he's basically drawing you a card that your opponent gets to see. So what this allows you to do is, you can swing with your rear guard, if it's your grade 4 or your other grade 2, they lock themselves. Your Vanguard attacks. When your Vanguard attacks, its skill activates, unlocks all your cards. You unlock your 2 rear guards, you unlock this guy. You get to check the top card of your deck. If you're lucky enough to have a grade 3, what happens is, you get your grade 3, your Vanguard restands, the attack continues, you then swing with your 2 rear guards again, locking them, swing with your Vanguard again, who then proceeds to unlock your rear guards again, and by this point you've had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 attacks. I probably miscounted that, but he's a very, there's no guarantee you're going to get the grade 3 to trigger that, but you are drawing a card off it, essentially. So you could change him out. That is my personal preference of him. I like that little kind of risky business that comes with it. So on to our grade 3s. We have our Alter Ego Messiah. That's your big main boy. This is what you want to have on your Vanguard circle at all times. If you don't get him in your hand for going into grade 3, you really want to try and get him. What he does is, once per turn, Soul Blast 1, put up to 2 cards with different names from your drop zone on R's locked. So this is a great way to get your grade 2 that restands when it attacks or locks itself, or your grade 4. It also allows you to bring out the grade 2 that, you know, check top card if it's a grade 3 restand. So situational, you can choose what you want to do with that. Let's pull out 2 cards. All the cost is to Soul Blast 1, so cheap. And when it attacks, choose any number of locked cards, unlock them. All those unlocked gain 10,000 power till the end of the turn. So not only is he restanding your rear guards, he's giving them that power boost, you know, to swing for harder the second time round. It's a really good card. The second ability has essentially no cost to it. There's no reason not to run it. Next we have 2 Harmonics Messiah. Again, this is a personal preference. I like having an alternative. If I don't see Alter Ego, or you don't see your grade 4, and you mostly really want to see it, what Harmonics Messiah allows you to do is when it attacks, search your deck for any card, play it on the board as locked. Again, it's not helping you on that turn as much, but what it allows you to do is search your deck for your grade 4, play it on the board, or search for the grade 2 that we're talking about, play it on the board. You can, if you ride it over your Alter Ego, obviously second ability will activate, allowing them to unlock cards that turn, but to be fair, if you've got Alter Ego out, there's a good chance that you really don't really care too much about Harmonics. So, take that as you will. It's there's an alternative. And lastly, we have 2 of the Order cards, which is Clear... What's this? Clear Flame, Whirling Wash of Curse Cleansing. God damn, that's a mouthful. Clear Flame, Whirling Wash with Curse... Nah, can't do it. So, we have 2 of this, and all this does is choose up to 1 circle, unlock the lock card on that circle, and stand the rearguard. So you can, if you've got a tapped down rearguard, basically you can just stand it, or you can unlock a card if you've placed it locked. Means you can use Harmonics Messiah, Alter Ego or Harmonics to play a card. Use this to unlock it so that you don't have to wait until when it attacks. And when you unlock or stand a card, you draw a card. So it's you get to replace itself. You play this, you draw a card, and you're getting one of your guys in ready mode. It's also, because it is a grade 3, which you can see here, this can be searched out with your grade 3 searcher, which is ideal as well. So it means even if you've got your grade 3 and you've got a grade 3 searcher on hand, you don't feel like it's a waste to play it. You can play it, search, you might get your order card. And lastly, we have 4 copies of our grade 4, which is the main big boy of the deck. Genesis Machine Deity Volkogode. I am murdering that name. So, this card's kind of weird in the sense that its first ability is this card cannot be ridden. When placed, retire this unit. At the end of the battle that attacked a Vanguard, lock this unit. One of your rear guards gains 10k till the end of the turn. So you need to play this locked. You can play it with Alter Ego Messiah, Harmonics Messiah, your grade 2 or your grade 1. There's plenty of ways to get him out on the board. One of my favourites is to use him as a cost for the perfect guard. Mid-game perfect guard, throw him away, and he's in your drop zone ready for your Alter Ego Messiah to pull him out. So you must play him locked. It's the only way to get him on the board. He does have a base power of 30k, and obviously when you attack, he locks himself, sets you up for your unlock play, and gives something else 10k. So you can essentially get 2 of them in the board, swing, give this 10k, lock it, swing, give your Vanguard 10k, lock it, swing again, unlock. It's good. It's a really hard card for your opponent to get over. Having multiple attacks of 30 plus k is ridiculous, especially since we run Force 2. So a lot of the time this will be on your rear guard, and you'll have him or your grade 2, and you'll be swinging for big numbers with a crit, locking, restanding, swing for a crit again. It's just so aggressive. But that's the deck. Like I said, if you have any changes you would make, any suggestions, anything you would do differently, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be doing more deck videos in the future. I only run a couple of different decks, so I can't cover all of them, sadly. But still appreciate you dropping by. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Well, shit. Should I just set fire to the house? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Auto save's not on! No! I should have saved before I went in the house.